Hi everybody, my name's Kevin and I'm going to get together a quick tutorial on how to do a bit of dodge and burn in Lightroom 6. Any version of Lightroom will do pretty much the same, but I happen to use Lightroom 6. And so without much further ado, this is an image I worked on previously. It takes about 5-10 minutes to get to an image like this. And here is the original image, and this is the image on the left, and this is a new dodge and burn image on the right. What I'm going to do is just quickly go through the steps of getting from one image to the other. It's not very complicated, but here we go anyway. Okay, so what I'm going to do first and foremost is I'm going to reset it back to its original state. So there we go, that's the original image. What we're going to do now is start playing around with this. You can do this in anything. You can do this in Photoshop or Lightroom. I prefer Lightroom. So here we go. Now the first thing I want to do is get all this background at the back blacked out. And one of the best tools actually I found in Lightroom is down in the effects. And this is the vignetting. Now we can slide the vignette slider right or left. Now in this case I'm going to slide it left, and there we go. We've got quite a bit of the background blacked out already, so we just need to finish this off with the adjustment brush now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new brush, and I'm going to drop the exposure right down on this brush. I always take the clarity and the saturation down, but you don't need to. And let's have a look down here. Feather's nice, and we'll make the feather a wee bit bigger. Nice big brush. And here we go. We'll just start brushing around this guy now. See, it's starting to black it out. I'm just walking through the steps here, guys. If I was doing this for real, I'd take a wee bit more time, but I guess nobody wants to watch a long-winded, boring video. So there you go, just brushing around. I try and keep away from him as much as possible. In little areas like this, we just reduce the brush size. So there's his lead there. I'm going to just take that out, just to even it up. Okay, we've kind of gone as far as we can go in normal screen mode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start zooming in on sections. And to do this, I bring up the menu to the left, and in here we've got a preview of the image, and I'm going to zoom in on one particular part of this image and work my way around it with the brush. So I'll have to get rid of this brush. There's our zoom, and here we go. So that's zoomed in on this part of the image here, and you can see where the brush has been and where the original image is, and here's the areas that we're going to work on this gap here. So we'll bring back up our brush again, nice big brush again, not too big, but and we'll carry on working around, just going round and round and round. If I was doing this for real, and if you guys are doing this, you know, take your time around the whiskers, but just for this video I'm just going to whiz past this lot, and we're going to lose a wee bit of his whiskers, but it's no big deal in the big scheme of things. Up to his teeth here, I'm just going to reduce the brush size till we get round his teeth. Here we go. You can see the areas that just need blacking out. Again, I might lose some of this because I'll keep some of these, but we are rushing this, guys. Okay, we're not. Excuse me. So here we go again, just around the brushes, just around the whiskers. This technique's as old as photography itself, actually. People have been dodging burning images for years, so it's nothing new. It's just we keep going around her. No You can see the areas that just need a little bit of adjustment, a bit of a touch up. Again, you want it really, really black. We are zoomed in quite a bit here actually, so all the areas are grossly exaggerated, and once you zoom out you'll find out that little bits that have been missed are barely noticeable. So down from his ear, almost there, almost got around the entire image now. Okay, working our way down. You don't have to be overly cautious here or worried about taking out too much, because you really zoomed in. And okay, and that's us at the bottom of it. Okay, we've gone around it now, so we've finished with this little preview in the corner. So we'll get rid of this guy now, and we'll zoom back out. Excuse me. And here we have. It's not complete. Basically, what we need to do now, or what I like to do, is blend all this in, these edges, because it just doesn't look quite right at the moment. So what I'm going to do now is create a new brush, and we just drop the exposure just a touch, no more than one, nothing big. Let's have a look at the feather floor density. We'll make it a bit denser. Nice big brush again, and we start brushing this guy in just around the edges, and just to take some of the sting out of the still exposed parts of the photograph. Do this a couple of times. You can do it as often as you want, but just for this video I'll just maybe do it a few times just to show around there. One area that I particularly like to keep away from is the eye. I think this is my personal preference, but you know, the eye is really important. So we'll just work away on some of these, and one final brush just to, that'll do us just now. Excuse me. So the eye, like I say, for me the eye is quite an important part of this image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to really not work it, but just highlight this eye, and I'm going to use one of Lightroom's preset, the iris enhance, and I'll just give this guy a touch. There we go. And let's go down to HSL. Let's just crank his colour up a tiny little bit. That's it, that'll do, that's enough. Just have a quick look at his teeth. They all look fine. Or maybe, no, they look fine there. And we'll just add a wee bit more colour to his tongue, not a lot. Okay. Now if I was to continue, I would continue working this and just maybe smooth the edges a bit more and do a bit of spot removal on some of these objects on his head, you know, and just keep playing away with it. But to all intents and purposes, this is down this area I do a bit more work as well, but to all intents and purposes this is how we go from this image to this image in Lightroom. And if you look to the left, you'll find all the steps that you've taken, all listed, right from the moment that we reset the image there. And you can just quickly run up and have a look at all the steps that have been taken to produce the image. And there you go, folks. That's basically dodge and burn in Lightroom 6. It's not difficult, it's by no means complex, and I'm pretty sure anybody can do this. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have fun, and catch you all later. Thanks very much.